Hey, everybody. Let's go ahead and have this conversation. Look on the screen. I see some beautiful queens. And I wanted to have a little conversation about this. I don't do too much of the relationship things, not a whole lot. But this here, I just felt that it needed to be addressed because I'm thinking, hey, if it's happening to her, it's probably happening to somebody else. So here's the thing for young women. And I'm not trying to beat down mamas. Would never, unless it's a mammy. Um, don't let your mama, please, don't let mama mess up you and your man. So in this case here, we have a young woman. She's been dating, I would say, just, average guys that have a job, they work, 9 to 5. Hey, good thing. But in this case here, she has come along and she has met a man who's on a totally different level business wise. He's business oriented, he is smart, he has no children, and he's looking for a wife. And you don't find that so much in the Black community. Okay, especially a Black man who can be considered successful looking for a Black woman as a spouse. Okay, so they're dating. Message to the young, please listen up. When you're dating somebody who's different than what you normally used to date, you basically have a come up, and you should want an asset, not a liability. So in this case here, I think we just have different expectations, or it's a different experience. So in this experience here, the young man she's dating is different than the guy before. So listen to the young ladies. Listen, when you're dating this kind of guy, he may be into finances. He may be into going into different galleries, art galleries, things like that. Guess what? Don't be that person. I don't care what anybody tells you about him. Oh, he's trying to be uppity. First of all, you should want to date up and date down. Black women, we've already mastered the art of dating down, hence the rate of poverty. Yo, don't be afraid to date up. That's what you need to do. When a person is letting you know, taking you into their world, and they want to go to art galleries, they've traveled, internationally, and they're business oriented, do not, I beg of you, don't be so quick because it's not part of your world or your mama's world, because we live in a matriarch. Do not be so quick to always try to put it down, because number one, sweetheart, you don't know what you're talking about. You're used to dating a guy who works a 9 to 5 blue collar job, not knocking it. But now you have a guy who's in a totally different atmosphere. So when he's talking to you about investments, while he's always watching investment channels, what you don't want to do, I beg of you, what you don't want to do is to be that chick because it's different from you, try to put it down. No, 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 no. What he's trying to do is trying to invite you into his world. That's what he's doing. If you don't know about it, don't try to knock it. If he's discussing different books or different things that he's read in a book, if you hadn't read the book, don't be so combative. Well, because it's written in the book doesn't mean it's true. Well, how do you know that? Have you read the book, ma'am? Don't be so combative. Don't try to nitpick. Because what you're not going to do, I don't care how good you think you're rocking in the bedroom, what you're not going to do is try to dumb him down. And he's going to be like so in love with you, and you're a little better experience. He's going to dumb it down. It's not going to happen. Okay? It's not going to happen. What you're going to do is lessen your chances of going to the next level. That's what you're going to go ahead and do. He may keep you around for the fun stuff, but guess what? Oh, already you're pretty much setting the stage. The stage. You're letting them know, okay, this is the directive, and she is not going to open up herself to understand my world. That's not going to work. And again, I don't care how you feel. You slamming it down in that bedroom, it's not going to work. You will be a placeholder. Hold a place until he finds the next chick. So don't be one. If he's about investments, that's not your world. Sometimes just listen. Just listen. That's interesting. See, it's a two-way street. To this man, he's looking for more than a partner that's pretty and can put on some cute clothes. He wants a partner that can think. So don't think your bedroom game is going to bring him down to your level. It's not going to work. It's just not going to work. You're going to find yourself on the outside again as a temporary lover. That's what's going to happen. And then when you find somebody else, you're going to be gone. So don't be that girl. Again, a person is opening you up to their world. Do not be that girl to try to be dismissive thinking you're going to dumb him down. Girl, you're not. You're going to find yourself on the outside. Now, we've moved on, and you've been dating for a while now. You feel good about it. And all of a sudden, whoop-de-woo, what do? He comes to meet your family. You got your mama there. You got your cousin and your sister and your half-brother. Here's what not to do. Just like you're bringing him around and they're assessing him, newsflash, he's also assessing your family, the surroundings, middle class, working class, poor, whatever. He's assessing the environment, the environment that you, how you grew up, the people you surround yourself with, who you live with, who you communicate with. Speaking of communication, when you're meeting his friends, you might want to try to be as pleasant as possible. See, what are we teaching our daughters? Are we teaching them what they already know to expect some average man, the fact that he's black and breathing and got a job? Woo, hallelujah. And then I think to myself, maybe a mother can't teach what she doesn't know. You understand? So it's good to listen to people that have other experiences. It really is. So speaking on that, when you're meeting his friends, try to be nice and pleasant. Don't have a chip on your shoulder. We know you're the brokest one here, all right? And that's okay. He's trying to introduce you to his world because like when you leave, we're going to all like talk about, give our assessment. And I'm a positive person. My thing is, well, hey, she's young, a little younger than you. Let's, just give it a chance, just have a sit down, have a talk. Then try it again. Why? Because I want you to win. I want you to win. When you're meeting his friends, don't try to be that person. Again, everybody knows each person's situation pretty much because people talk. Don't try to be that girl thinking you're young and you know it all, or you're going to try to come in. You barely got $5 in your purse, sweetie. You need to have a pleasant attitude as much as possible. You do. He's trying to introduce you into his world. Don't fail the test. Okay? So try to be as pleasant as possible. Learn to listen. Okay? It's very important. People have more than you. I've been in those shoes many a day. I listened, and for what I could, I saw it was working for them. They're successful. I'm not rich like they are, but guess what? It avoid being broke. Why? Surroundings. Listening to people, some of the things that they do, I'm going to try too with on my level and see what I can come up with. It may take a while. Keep hanging around people that have money. I'm willing to bet you're going to come up. You may not be rich like them, but I can promise you more than likely you won't be broke. Somebody's going to throw you a bone and help you out. Keep hanging around people that are negative. That's all you're going to get. Any opportunity, they're going to ruin it for you. So let's go ahead and get back to the family. When I say don't let mama mess up you and your man. It's a different time, different age for everybody. And what worked for mama back in the day is not, it may work for you, maybe not, but hopefully we want to improve. Sometimes if you're locked in a community, you're going to see and date, you're going to date the people that you're around, that you're familiar with, okay? But now you can venture out, which I advise all young women to do so safely. When this man comes to meet your family, just like you told them about him and they've pretty much can assess his situation, that he could be a person that's resourceful and not dusty, he's doing the very same thing to you. He's assessing your family members, how they interact, what level they're on financially. Again, middle class, wealth, poor, poverty. They're assessing it. And they're also thinking, okay, so this is her bloodline. This is who she kind of hangs around with. This is her family. Okay. See, what you don't know, when a man is taking you seriously, he's also looking at the interaction, having kids with this person. And if you do that, who's going to be an influence? Aunties, uncles, grandma. They're watching that. And here's where you mess up. You've brought your man, and this is a black man, of resources around your family. Here's what not to do. It may not end well for you. You might get bumped down. He may be thinking of you as having a wifey potential, not moving, shack up girlfriend, wifey potential. You're going to mess up. Sometimes mothers are jealous of their daughters. And sometimes I think mothers just don't know. So here's what not to do. When it comes to meet your family, this is not the time. He's dating you. He's not here to be the fixer. This is not the time for you, your cousin, your sister, your half-brother. Don't need to be running to him with some problems. We're looking for him to solve. And more than likely, they're financial. This is not the time, I'm sorry to say this, but honey, he's not here to pay your mama's bills. See, black people typically, collectively, they do not invest in their kids, okay? They think because they clothe and fed them, oh, you did something great. You just did basic. You don't win a prize for that, okay? That's your DNA. Nobody has to be here, okay? But black people typically, they don't invest in their kids, but oh gosh, when the kids grow up, watch out. They sure know how to live off on them. And the main one they living off of is like the beautiful queens on this screen. This is who they pretty much live off of. Not their sons. They're going to pet him, but they will try to live off a black woman every day of the week. Especially when it's hard work and no children. Oh yes, you looking at mama's retirement and disappearing daddy too when the streets are done with them. Oh, hey, how you doing? Okay, so understand this here. This man is dating you. This is not the time for you to be coming up with your cousin and your half brother with some problems. Oh, what so and so need? What do you think? Oh, some financial problems. He is not here to pay your mama's bills. What you're gonna do? You're gonna mess up with your man. No offense intended. Maybe mama hasn't met this caliber of man. She probably knows all she knows is Dusty. And that's, guess what? The one before her didn't tell her anything. You think? So you might be the one to break the cycle. No dust buckets allowed. They're not worth your time. So don't come to a man showing up with a mama bill. Oh, my mother needs this. All of a sudden, well, we need $1,500 or $3,000. What are you doing? What are you doing? What kind of mother also would have her daughter to do that? Do you not want it to work? So maybe your mom doesn't know any better, or I hate to say she might be jealous of it. It might be trying to ruin your relationship, might be trying to run the man off, afraid that you're going to do better than what she did. Because she's never dated a man of that caliber. So sometimes it could be mothers jealous of their daughters, or maybe they just don't know any better, or maybe that she is just so desperate. Again, black people are known to don't invest in their kids, business-wise, school education. So many, the majority, I think, do not, and that's what I've seen. But they sure know how to live off of them. So how the hell you want to return on an investment that you didn't make? That's nonsensical, and it's very selfish. So when you find yourself, you're dating up, maybe sometimes don't bring around your family. What mama's telling you, all of a sudden, honey, you don't have a cash cow boo. See, people think, and especially people that are not well-rounded, sometimes ignorant people, they think because a person is business oriented and the person is professional and the person is nice and kind and not like in them streets, dog. Sometimes they think people that are the opposite, that are intelligent, they try to interpret that for weakness. Oh, I've had that happen to me. I said, oh, yeah, people think, oh, because you love to read books and Oh, I see you wearing sometimes loafers and shorts, and you ain't got no street ghetto gear on. Never have, never will. I wasn't raised like that. Oh, they want to try to run a game on you. All of a sudden, the brokest Negro in the room want to come with a business idea, and they got a funky attitude, and you're supposed to fund it. You think I'm slow? That's why that why even if it's family, I don't deal. People that know where they can let you know real quick. I don't operate like that. And sometimes hood people, they want to come for you. Guess what? I've been known to be the comeback girl too. I can clap back real quick. Let's turn the camera off and see. Joke. But seriously, I've experienced that. Oh, that's what you think. So that I just, I've had a person, I'm like, this person always have a financial problem. You can barely keep your lights on, and you're always trying to run a game, bouncing around, and now you want to talk a business idea. I'm not going to entertain it. I want to talk to you and your husband about what? You think somebody's stupid enough to give you a check? It's not, I'm not going to waste my time. So you get the voicemail or you just get blocked. So a lot of our people think that way. And I think the same thing here is applicable. You think because your daughter has met up with a man of means that all of a sudden you got a mama bill coming. Young ladies, don't do it. Again, maybe your mama's never dated a man of that caliber. Maybe she's jealous trying to run the guy off, or maybe she's just so desperate it hasn't even occurred to her that what she's doing is going to be harmful to your relationship. So we're gonna, don't we're gonna go ahead and just kind of write it off. But that's what not to do. All of a sudden, your family's using you because you're young and you really don't get it. Now you're trying to press the metal, press the pedal real fast. Let's go. All of a sudden now, you thinking he's going to be the savior of your financial problems. It's not going to work out for you. I can tell you right now. Not that I think is not. No, I know it's not going to. Don't let that happen. Don't let it happen. Because the kind of guy that I'm referring to, that's not very common in the BC. Most of the men are a liability, and when they have something, they're not choosing black women. So that right there, don't let that happen. You can introduce them to your family, but you need to know how to set up limits. You're gonna run your man off because all he's going to see is that you come from humble beginnings. It's enough right now that you're trying to bring some resistance to an opportunity to open up your mind into his world. Again, if he's talking things that you don't understand, maybe you don't like to read a lot, don't try to get so defensive. Sometimes just stand back. That's interesting. Wow, that's engaging. I will definitely consider that. Again, I want you to win. Okay? Be engaging. Don't be that girl. See, you got that hood thing in you where a lot of women, black women, we have to be so tough because guess what? We're always on our own. So we always sitting on ready. We sitting on ready. That's our shield, our protection. Sometimes with the right kind of dude, you can sit back and relax. You don't have to be defensive. It's new to you. Just wow, that's something to consider. You know what? To be honest, I haven't really thought about that. Well, he already knows you hadn't because he can read he can read you. So he's trying to bring you into his world. He's not trying to be a snob. He's trying to bring you into his world. See, you've been dating regular dude, and you think because he only got one or two kids, you got you a prize. This man, he's not just spreading this seed all willy nilly. Understand? He comes from means. So I want you to win. And I saw this, and I'm like, well, let's kind of give it a little time because I'm not one to, I'm not going to pull down another woman. I rather just walk away. But when I can see potential, hey, I want you to win. I want you to win. And that's why I'm saying this. So just something to consider. When you're dating up, see it as a learning, as an opportunity. Boom, boom, room can only go so far. but see it as an opportunity, and don't let outside sources ruin your relationship. Because sometimes, again, I've seen people, I've seen women, I've seen them older and married. I've seen them when they're older and single, and they'll see a young girl, especially in the BC. I've seen it several times. Hell forbid somebody younger, a man just gives a compliment to another black woman, and here comes that old jealous, bitter bee. Here she comes along, running her mouth, trying to run the woman down, run the woman down. So sometimes you have that in families, and some of them may be a little bit more clever. Not everybody wants you to win. Some people, and besides jealousy, they're just so heartbroken and they've given up. They want you to give up too. And to see someone win is going to actually hurt them because they're wondering, why couldn't it be me? You understand? You can be single, that single happy person. There are some women now that are married. They'll see a single woman, I promise you. They'll see a single woman and they'll see her, no man, but she's happy. Why? That woman got peace of mind, no dust in her life. So people have all kind of issues. Do not let them bring those burdens to you, and they're all up in your ear, and you're acting accordingly. That is what not to do. So again, I want you to win. It could be your grandmama. It could be your girlfriend. All of a sudden, they think they're going to go ahead and pull a hashtag and run his pockets. What you're going to end up doing is finding yourself on the out. You're going to lower yourself on the totem pole as far as like, hey, she's at this level, she's marriage material. You're going to just keep yourself maybe at best a girlfriend until the wifey material comes along. And you don't want to do that. Don't be anybody's placeholder. If you can't be number one, then you need to be one and done. So that, some food for thought. Again, in this situation here, the man is there for you, honey. He is not there to fix your broken family. Behaviors learned, habits are hard to break. You can give some people, you can give them, they can be broke right now about to face eviction. You can give them $100,000 right now. Then you look up, this fool gonna be broken in about 2 months. Well, I went to the casino. Well, you at least paid your rent up, right? You're only paying like what, $1,500 a month. Well, person's bad with money. Don't know how to make it work. So again, be open. Do not let outside influences, outside distractions influence your relationships, especially in a negative manner. Again, sometimes it's jealousy. Sometimes maybe Meemaw just doesn't know. But again, I'm saying this because I want you to win. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Simply Sad on YouTube, and I'm out.